Hey everybody, and welcome back to South Island Farm. We are in mid-summer, and I have to tell you, a little surprised. Wheat is ready to harvest, and we have a very, very narrow window of opportunity. Get this up off the field, get the straw up off the field, because we are in a nasty, nasty cycle of daily rain. Today is one of the rarest days had recently where we don't have any rain until this evening. Stopped raining probably a little bit sometime early morning, and it's been a little sunny, cloudy weather coming up, but did get good drying conditions, so the ground dried up that we could get in here and get some harvest done. Got a very narrow window of opportunity, probably only about 6 hours of time to get this harvested. I'll be working on trying to get it harvested as best we can. The straw up off the field before the rain hits. Of course, this tractor does not hear very well. That's not helping matters. Also took a very bad angle getting in here. We're going to be working tirelessly this afternoon, I should say, on trying to get this harvest up off the field. I might have to go get the Mercedes because this tractor just does not turn. And with these dolly trailers, you need something that turns well because the dolly just whips around way too much. Turns way too easy. Or did we? Okay. The reason we're not getting an unload icon is because this silo does not store wheat. Ugh. We forgot about that. I have to take this all the way down to the rock bins. Put a rock bin in right here if we want it. Oh yes, too much money. Too much money. I'm gonna go get this down at the Brock bin. Then I'm gonna have to buy a auger. Buy the backhoe here. Then put the crop in there. We took all the corn out. Definitely have an empty bin. That's good. Let me get this all set up and bring you guys back. All right, guys, so what we want to do is we want to position this backhoe auger over the top center of the bin. Raise it up. Oops, I'm going to raise it up with the mouse. So, drop it down. Perfect. And up before we want to drop it down, we need to do a pipe out on it. I'm going to hit pipe out with O. Then we're going to want to take our trailer. And side if you wanted to. We could get the belt like we have up at the fermenting silo. Or we could just do it this way. Hit unload. Okay, then you can see we are now filling the bin. There you go. Trailer is empty, and then the auger still continues to unload the product. I'm going to go ahead and, well, slowly drive back to the field. You can see it off in the distance. And I think what I'm going to do is we're going to switch over and get the Mercedes tractor. Mostly because it turns better for backing up this dolly trailer, and two, well, it's faster. And I was willing to deal with this tractor's speed when I was just taking it to the silo complex at the main farm. Since the silo complex at the main farm doesn't hold wheat, we're going to have to bring it all the way over here to the rock bins. And for that, I'm going to want something a little bit faster. I want to take this opportunity to kind of catch you up as to what's going on around the farm since we were last together. Well, chickens and pigs have been awful busy. Let's take a look. We now have 36 pigs. Remember we started with what, 5? Yeah, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this pig is going to be giving birth in 0.3 years, 0.0 years. Then I think we had 2 give birth. Whole boatload of little ones. Going to have lots of pigs to raise very soon. I will send a couple of these off to slaughter for our own dinner table, and then the rest we're going to well, ship off to the animal dealer and get them out of here. Then we can also talk about on the return trip chickens. On around for whatever reason, it's saying we can't harvest this part. Don't own the land. I don't know why it's coming up. I mean, obviously we could plant it. Get on our 90-degree course and take a look at the chickens. Now have 46 chickens. I don't know how many chickens we had at the start. I kind of forgot, but 46 now. That is a lot. Got one rooster. One poor rooster has been busy. Busy. Got lots of little baby chickens. Lots of little young chicks. And we'll be slaughtering a few of those from time to time. Keeping the rest to, of course, continue on have already basically used up a box worth of eggs for ourselves. So we're now working on our second box. Did use the first box up. Basically means we didn't sell the eggs. I basically just made them vanish by role playing that I was consuming the eggs. How we're going to work. There was a couple cool suggestions about putting in greenhouses and everything. So we probably will be doing that at some point. Putting up some greenhouses, putting water in there so that we have our vegetables that we're growing. Probably adjust it so that it doesn't earn us any money. And this roleplay isn't about earning money. Roleplay is just pretending that we are living off the grid, so to speak. Basically living on this island, trying to be self-sustaining as much as possible, living off the land, growing crops to feed our animals and to feed ourselves. We could, if we had a mill, we could put the wheat in to make flour, then make our own bread. Well, we would do that too. I'm not going to put in production facilities and pretend making bread for ourselves by taking wheat to some sort of factory complex. But in theory, that's kind of the concept of what we're attempting to do with this pseudo roleplay series. About full, so we're going to need to grab the Mercedes here. Run across the field. And something else, I don't know if you guys knew this. In the game, you see how the sunflowers are leaning? Here's the sunflowers will follow the sun in game. Don't know if you guys ever noticed or not. But we'll come back later at some point, and we're going to see those sunflowers are not going to be pointing in that direction anymore. It's going to be a different time of day. Sunflowers are going to be pointing towards the sun, no matter what time of day it is. Pretty cool little aspect about sunflowers. We got the Kloss 108 Dominator, of course, from the Kloss Platinum Edition. We had to lease it because we did not have enough money to buy it outright. Needed about $160 thousand to buy that get up right there, let alone have to buy the next header. So we kind of bit the bullet and leased it. Obviously incurring some leasing costs as a result. Those leasing costs are just sunk costs. But we do what we got to do, right? I would rather not have leased this. Next game year, we're not going to have to lease this. We're going to be able to own it outright. First year, we're kind of just getting by with what we can. So with this particular harvester header, it's going to take us quite a while to get this field harvested. I'm going to show you the weather forecast once we get this lined up again. Let's take a look at the forecast. Like I said, we got a little bit of window of time here before the rain hits. Rains into tonight into tomorrow morning. A little bit of clear skies tomorrow morning. A little bit of clear skies tomorrow afternoon. Rain on Monday. Tuesday, they're saying clear skies. And rain on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Like I said, I felt I had a very narrow window of time, opportunity even, to get this field in. And I thought I could wait till Thursday. And then find out the weather has changed. And then what am I going to do? So, the way I'd like to play the game is don't put off today, or don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today. And I think we have a window of opportunity to get this field harvested today. That's what we're going to do. Try to get this field harvested and the straw baled and put away before the end of the day. Your corn field off in the distance. Corn's doing great. Sunflowers are doing great. Got about 280,000 liters of grass off of that small field over by the Brock bins. That's been going great. We've been selling about 60,000 liters of that per day. That equates to just under $10,000. So yeah, that's why we kind of were short funds, is we're only able to sell about $10,000 worth of silage every day, mostly because of the time frame that the fermenter runs on. And we're running on 9-day seasons. So it ferments about 60,000 liters per game day. On a shorter season length, it should ferment faster. On a longer season length, it should ferment slower, because it basically uses a hook into seasons to basically have a fixed amount of silage that silo will convert over the course of a game year. So knowing that value, it can then extrapolate out what it should be doing per game day, depending on the season's duration. That's a really cool functionality that's been kind of added to seasons that some folks know about, other folks don't. That was put in because in 17, production scripts just ran on their own little schedule. And what it meant is it ran so much production per game hour. Well, seasons play, typically you're playing a longer game. So things like, I don't know, something that processes, say, dairy into cheese. Okay? You could get so much cheese. Because typically when you play seasons, you play with a faster clock speed. Okay? Some people do. I know some people that play seasons and play one-time speed. It's pretty interesting that they do that. But, lots of folks play seasons, play at a faster overall clock speed. So when it's a fixed rate per hour, it could feel like you are literally, all you're doing all day long is emptying the production facility of production. So seasons threw in a hook in 19 to allow the mod author of a production mod basically loop in, discover season's duration that the player is set at, and then calculate a production rate based on that in order to normalize the production. So again, longer season's duration would favor someone who is playing a production style gameplay with seasons, because you have substantially more game hours. Because let's say you're playing 12-day seasons, so you're going to be able to produce a lot more product with your factory over a game year than, let's say, someone who's playing 6-day season, because the game year is twice as long when you play with 12. A little interesting tidbit, to say the least. I'll run this back to the backhoe auger, and I'll meet you when we're down there. Once again, what we're going to do is position. Hopefully this trailer will back up better. Oh no. Unloading. Good. Still unloading into the bin. And back we go to our harvester. Back to the grind. That's how it's going to feel by the time we are done harvesting this field, knowing that we have to turn around and bale it, then turn around and collect it. Lined up again on our 270 course. Come on out and see what we got collected so far. So that was 2 trailer loads, that part of the field, and 4 passes on that side of the field. So take a look at this. So that's 2 loads, this part and this part. So let's say that's another 2 loads there. 6 loads, 8 loads. I have 9 loads or so of wheat here. That's 21,000 liters per load. 5 loads is 100,000 liters. So we might have 200,000 liters worth of wheat off of this field. We're only going to need a small portion of that for our chickens and pigs. So this is going to do us really well. We're going to use the straw for our cows for total mixed rations, and use straw for our pigs for bedding. Won't need straw for bedding for our cows because they're in a open pasture type environment. And with that, guys, I think we're going to end it for the day. It's going to be kind of a shorter video. Other than just seeing me go back and forth, or some type of time lapse going back and forth. There isn't much more need to carry on. So until next time, guys, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.